Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Okay, we're jumping right into a classic corporate rivalry today. You know the one. The CMO who wants to paint the entire world in the brand's colors versus the CFO whose absolute favorite word is no. And it's a funny stereotype, but honestly, it's a very real friction point for a lot of companies. And it's a crucial one to fix, because companies with highly aligned marketing and finance departments actually see 24% faster revenue growth than their disjointed peers. To put that into perspective, that's nearly a quarter more revenue just from getting these teams on the same page. So today we're going to completely deconstruct this vital and, let's be honest, sometimes volatile relationship so you can see exactly how these two powerhouse divisions can actually work together.
So how do marketing and finance align? It sounds simple enough, right? But you know as well as I do, this is literally the million-dollar question for practically every B2B organization out there. On one hand, you've got the creative visionaries constantly pushing boundaries, and on the other, you have the analytical guardians fiercely protecting the bottom line. Historically, these two areas are seen at odds, just locked in this endless tug-of-war over resources and results. Setting up this tension is absolutely key, because understanding how to resolve it is the ultimate secret to sustainable business growth.
Let's dive into Section 1, defining B2B marketing strategies. We'll start by looking purely at the growth side of the equation. B2B marketing strategies. Essentially, we're talking about the creative and growth-oriented plans designed to reach other businesses and drive revenue. This is the main engine for corporate outreach. It's where your brand narratives are forged and where those massive lead generation campaigns are dreamed up. But as you already know, it's not just about flashy ads. In B2B, marketing means navigating incredibly complex buying committees and these super long multi-touch sales cycles. That complexity makes crafting compelling messages and finding expansive market opportunities uniquely challenging, but absolutely critical.
When you distill that massive undertaking down, it really hits three specific core focus areas: growth, outreach, and positioning. These are the absolute lifeblood of a marketing strategy. Growth is the target. Outreach is the mechanism to get you there. But positioning, that's the unique identity that makes the whole shebang work. Good positioning is exactly what lets a company charge a premium for its software or services, instead of just competing in a race to the bottom on price. And notice the inherent nature of these priorities. They are forward-looking, they're expansive. Executing them effectively requires investment, a bit of risk, and a whole lot of creativity.
Moving on to Section 2, Understanding Financial Alignment. It's time to step across the aisle into the analytical domain.
Financial alignment is all about the integration of budgeting, strict ROI goals, and fiscal responsibility within business operations. The real takeaway here is the contrast. Where marketing is always asking, how far can we reach? Financial alignment asks, okay, but what is the payback period? Instead of just looking at general growth, finance is rigorously tracking customer acquisition cost against the lifetime value of that customer. It relies on strict numbers, metrics, and setting very clear fiscal boundaries. It's the grounding force that ensures a business doesn't just grow, but grows profitably and sustainably.
So the core focus areas here are budgeting, ROI, and fiscal responsibility. These parameters define success on this side of the equation. And right here is exactly where that traditional friction lies. Marketing's expansive goals naturally demand resources, while finance's strict priorities demand restraint and guaranteed returns. It's that classic push and pull between spending to grow and saving to survive. Think about it practically. How do you reconcile the need for a $1 million account-based marketing campaign with a CFO's mandate to reduce operating expenses by 10% across the board?
Which brings us perfectly to Section 3, the alignment bridge. Let's figure out how we actually connect these two very different worlds. Just look at this side by side. On the left, B2B marketing strategies, creative, growth-driven. On the right, financial alignment, analytical, ROI obsessed. We're dealing with two entirely different operational philosophies here. Marketing speaks in brand awareness, share of voice, and pipeline velocity. Finance speaks in margins, yield, and EBITDA. The challenge is pretty obvious when you put these two sets of metrics head-to-head, right? You've got two completely different languages. But for a business to really thrive, one side can't just overpower the other. They have to be deeply connected, synthesizing the expansive with the restrictive into one unified approach. Because true alignment, it isn't about compromise. It's about finding the exact intersection of creativity and fiscal responsibility. It means finding that perfect sweet spot where marketing's creative growth initiatives directly satisfy finance's strict ROI requirements. It's when a brilliantly creative campaign is not just culturally impactful, but mathematically justified. And honestly today, this is often achieved through advanced marketing attribution software. That tech finally allows marketers to definitively track a single click all the way to closed won revenue, literally proving their direct impact on the bottom line to the CFO. Synthesizing these two halves forms a very logical, unified three-step process. Step 1 is strategy creation, Step 2 is financial review, and Step 3 is aligned execution. But here is the absolute crucial takeaway. That financial review step shouldn't just happen at the very end as some bureaucratic roadblock. No way. Finance needs to be in the room during strategy creation. By collaborating early, they set the guardrails and establish the customer acquisition cost targets before the creative brainstorming even starts. Then, by Step 3, aligned execution, the campaign launches with both the creative horsepower to stand out and the financial architecture already baked in to ensure it delivers measurable, profitable returns.
And the ultimate result of this rigorous, bridged process, unified business growth. When you successfully align these two worlds, you no longer have disjointed departments fighting over a budget. Instead, you've got a singular, unified growth model that satisfies both corporate outreach imperatives and strict fiscal goals. And honestly, this matters deeply for you as a professional. The individuals who can speak the language of both marketing and finance, the ones who understand brand equity just as well as payback periods, they're the ones who ultimately become executives and CEOs. It's the hallmark of mature leadership.
Which leaves us with this final, vital question to ponder today. Seriously, take a hard look at your own organization right now. Is your creative marketing spend strictly aligned with your financial ROI? Are you operating in silos?